Hi, this is Barbie. We're going to do a reformer workout today. We're going to have two reds and a green on. Go ahead and grab a gray ball and a little towel, and we're going to have those handy. Headrest can be up or down. I'm going to have mine down to start. Let's go ahead and turn. With our feet are going to go on the foot bar. We're going to go ahead and lay down, and we're just going to start with the toes parallel, and all 10 toes are touching that foot bar. The ball of the foot sort of towards the bottom of the foot bar. Shoulders are heavy, ribs and hips are heavy. We're going to press out. We're going to lower the heels, lift the heels, and come back in. Nice and simple. Press away, heels drop, heels rise, and come back in. Let's go out, lower, lift. Keep those hips heavy as you bend in. So as you're coming in, you want to keep that lower back still. You want to imagine that there's a little blueberry under your lower back and you're not going to smash it. Let's go 4 more. 4, relax the back of the shoulders so the collarbone is open. 3, inhale in, exhale out. Now lift those heels, come in halfway and hold. We're going to hold the carriage here and we're going to pulse it out. Now we're going to move the carriage just a little bit. Keep your hips nice and heavy. Relax the shoulders. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out. We're going to lower those heels and lift. Lower and lift. Good. And 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lift. We're going to run in place. So one knee is going to bend. The other heel is going to stretch under the foot bar with a straight leg. We'll rise up to the tippy toes and change. Hold that for just a second. Deep breath. Good. Now we're going to make that a little faster. We're going to rise and change. So come onto the toes and then let one heel dip under, one knee bends, the other heel lifts. Let's go 8. And do this at your own pace. 7, whatever feels good for you. Try to get that heel to really reach under that foot bar to stretch the calf muscle in the back of the leg. 4, switch and switch. 3 and 2 and 1. Both heels up, bend in halfway. Now hold the carriage at that halfway point again, and you're going to let one heel drop. Carriage won't move. You're going to change. One heel's up, one heel's down. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way out. Both heels under that foot bar again. Feel that stretch. Deep breath in and lift those heels. We're going to come back into your foot bar. Very nice. All right. Heels are going to go up right where your toes were. So about one hand's width between the feet. Toes are pulled up towards the ceiling. We're going to press off and bend in. And we're trying to move independent of the pelvis. So when you're coming in, try not to let the tailbone curl away from the floor. You want to keep that little space here underneath that lower back. Breathe as you come down. Exhale to go out. Relax the chest and shoulders. 5, 4. So the leg bone is moving independently of the pelvis. 2, halfway in and pause. Little pulses. Press it out. Keep those hips and shoulders heavy. 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, all the way out. Stretch those legs out and release that carriage. Come back in. Good. We're going to go toes wide, ankles are up. Again, pelvis is heavy. We're going to press out and bend in. Keep a little lift of that heel. 8, 7, resist in. So we want to feel some work as we bend. Feel the back of the leg. Slow that carriage down. 4, 3, 2, and we don't want to be smacking the carriage into the bottom. We're going to come in halfway, hold. Little pulses out. Tailbone is dropped. Pelvis is heavy. 8 and 7. Breathe. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Lower your heels. Good. Take a nice inhale. We'll lift those heels and we're going to come back into that foot bar. Good. Heels are going to come to center, and we're going to scoot off those shoulder pads a little bit. If your headrest is up, let's go ahead and make sure it's flat. Check in that mirror. So hips are heavy, feet are about hip width apart. We're going to take that breath. Our goal is to keep the carriage in. So we're going to tilt that pelvis. We're going to smash that blueberry under the low back. Roll up through your hips, roll up through your spine, and lift your hips up nice and high. Pubic bone is drawn up, tailbone is drawn under, and we're going to tilt down, hips almost touch, and up, down, and up. Squeeze those glutes a little bit at the top, and abs in 8. So the higher your hips go, the tighter your tummy should be. 7. Exhale to lift. 6. 5. Breathe as you lower. Exhale to lift. 4. 3. Looking straight up to the ceiling if possible. 2. And let's hold those hips up. Pull the carriage in so your hips are dragging to your heels. Your heels are pulling towards your hips. Little pulses up, down, up. Keep it small. 8 and 7. 6. Shoulders soft. 5. Chest and collarbone are relaxed. 3, 2. Lift and hold. Inhale. Roll down very slowly through the center of your spine. And release. Good. We're going to try that on the toes. If you cramp, try to go release and then onto your heels and try doing it on your heels just like you did last set. Inhale, roll it up. Tailbone lifts, lower back lifts, ribs lift and come up onto those shoulders. Down and lift. Keep weight on the big toe, second toe. Knees are directly ahead. And abs in 8. 7. Think about those lower belly muscles. 6. Tailbone is lifting and squeezing those glutes. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hips up, hold little pulses. Down, up. Squeeze those glutes, lift them up. And 7. Chest is soft. Relax something in that upper body. 5. 4. 3. 2. Hips up, hold. Inhale. Soften through your chest. Reach the chest down. Roll down through the ribs, through that lower back and pelvis. And let's draw those knees up. Very nice. All right. We're going to come on up. Grab the back of the legs if you can and bring yourself forward. We're going to change it, spring change now, down to a red and just a blue. So we're going to take that green off and that other red off. So check to make sure. 2 springs. We're going to lay back down. Let's do a little stretch. So press the carriage out. We're going to keep the toes on with that right foot, and the left knee comes up to your chest and just hold it there. Maybe that right heel is going to dip under that foot bar to stretch. Heavy shoulders, heavy hips. We're going to reach the knee over, and left arm is going to go out to the street. Deep breath in. And we're going to roll the knee center. Good. Extend that left leg up. We're going to hold behind the leg gently, flexing and pointing the foot. Now circle the ankle, rotate it. And other direction. And press that heel up, really stretch. Try to get that leg really straight. Hips are towards the floor. And as you bend in, let's bend both knees. Left ankle over right knee. And hold that figure 4. Just relax. Good. Left toes are going to go onto that foot bar, press out. We're going to bring that right knee into the chest and lower that left heel. Hold. Good. Knee goes over to the street, over your body left. Arm goes out right arm out. And just hold that for a moment. Take a deep breath. Good. Bring that knee center. Pelvis is flat. Extend that leg. Give it a slight squeeze. Flex and point. Keep those hips pulling down towards the floor. And let's circle that ankle. Rotate at the ankle. Flexing and pointing. And reverse. And press that heel up. Take that inhale. And as you come in, bend both knees. Right ankle over left knee. And just hold that. Good deep breath. And good. Make sure you're nice and even. We're going to put both feet on the foot bar. We're going to pick up those loops behind our ears. We're going to put our hands into the short straps. Arms are going to come straight up to the ceiling. And just make sure that they're nice and even. We're going to do knees up, tabletop. So the knees are right over the hips, right over the pubic bone, and your tailbone feels heavy. You're engaged through the lower belly. Take a deep breath. We're going to go arms down, chest up. We're going to slide that left leg out and both knees in and arms up. And right leg out. Reach. Knees both over your hips. Left leg. 6. If your neck gets tired, go ahead and keep your head down. Just make sure your leg is a little higher. 4. And if you're pressed into those shoulder pads too heavy, just put the feet back on the foot bar and scoot down. 2. 1. Knees in, arms up. Let's find that foot bar. Let's do that. Let's scoot down away from the shoulder pads a little bit. All right. Arms up. Tabletop those legs again. Tension in the arms. Arms are almost straight. We just have a little bit of a softness in the elbow. Pull those arms down. Lift your chest. We're going to send your left leg out now, and we're going to just change legs. Change. Pull your belly button in. Press those hands to the foot bar. 8, 7. Again, if your neck is tired, go ahead and put that head down, just legs a little higher. 5, 4, 3. Belly button in. 2, 1. Now hold that straight leg out. Lower lift it. 6, 5. Other knee is right over your hip. 4. Press those hands. 3, 2, 1. Knee bends, arms go up. Let your head rest back. Now arms down, chest up, tummy in. Other leg goes out. We're going to lift. 6. Lower lift. 5. Keep your lower back still. 4. Reach those hands. 3. Right by your hips. 2 and 1. Knees bend, arms up, and release. Very nice. Let's keep the head down for this one. So head and shoulders will be heavy. We're going to press out a little bit. Arms are going to go straight out to that T position. And we're going to lift those knees right up over your hips. Take a breath. Pull down to the hips. Extend those legs out. Now legs are maybe a little higher here. Knees bend, arms open. We want to find that spot where the legs extend out, arms to hips, legs out. And we're feeling the lower belly, not the lower back. Breathe as you bend, arms open. Slide those toes out as you reach those fingertips to the foot bar. Arms to a T. Back to the hips. Legs extend out. Bend and open. And pull. 4. Lower belly in. Pull and reach. 3. Inhale, exhale. 2. Now hold the arms here, bend the knees, lift your chest to your knees. We're going to open those arms halfway out. They're in a little V. We're going to circle. Chest is lifted. Again, if neck is tired, put your head down, tummy in. Lower abs are in like a seatbelt. 3 more. 2, 1, and arms to your hips. Lay the head back. Lift your chest. Arms back out to that V position and little circles. So you're kind of reaching to the corners of the foot bar. And 4. Circle. 3, lower belly in. 2 and 1, arms up. Find your foot bar. Very nice. Arms out. Let your arms hang. You can hold on to those loops. Knees are going to roll over to a side and just hold. Let's breathe deeply. Relax through the chest. And roll those knees to center. Roll the knees over to the other side and just keep breathing deeply. Good. And let's roll those knees back to center. All right. We're going to do both arms up to start. We've got a little tension in those straps, so we've pressed the carriage out a touch. It's not at the stopper. Knees are going to stay at tabletop. We're going to send the left arm out to the street. So it's like we're holding flags on our fingertips. We're going to flag an airplane in. We're going to pull down to our hips, lift your chest. You can keep the knees bent or straighten the legs. Knees in. Left arm out, lay back. Pull both hands to the hips. I want you to touch the mat on either side of the hips, straighten those legs, pull the knees in, lay back, left arm open. Let's go 4 to the hips, legs extend, knees bend in, left arm out, right arm to the ceiling, 3 to the hips, out with those legs, straighten them, pull them back, and left arm out. 2 to the hips, legs extend, pull the tummy in, knees to tabletop, left arm out, and back to your hips. Lengthen the legs, bend the knees, and now arms are center and find your foot bar. Good. We're going to do the other side. So pressing out, left arm is up, right arm is open. Tabletop legs. Good. We're going to touch the mat on both sides again. Pull those straps evenly, lift your chest to your knees, Hands are down by the hips, extend the legs. Left arm goes up, right arm out to the side wall as you lay back. Pull and lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Legs extend, exhale. Knees come back in. Left arm up, right arm out to the side wall. Pull to your hips, lift your chest. Head, neck, and shoulders rise. Legs extend. And we're going to reverse. Arms lay back as the arms open. 2 more. Reach your hips, extend both legs, both knees in. Right arm out, left arm up. And knees in. I think we have 1 more here. Let's reach those hands down to the hips, lift your chest, slide those legs out, bend those knees. Now arms both go up to the center and relax. Very nice. Good job. All right. Let's do just a little bit more work for the obliques. Arms are up, knees are tabletop. Good. We're going to pull both hands to one side and the legs are going to rotate to the other. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Both hands are going to pull to the left hip, legs extend to the right. Knees and arms are center. Both hands to the right, chest to the right, legs extend left. And knees and arms are center. Arms left, legs right. Knees and arms are center. And let's go right with the hands, legs to the left. 3, 2, 1. Center and release. Good. Let's peg those loops. Good. We're going to go ahead, hold on to those pegs for me. Elbows are wide, legs are going to go up to the ceiling. We're going to put that left ankle in front of the right knee. Other option here is to lift gently the tailbone and put your hands underneath your tailbone to encourage that flat lower back. We're going to try to keep that lower back flat. So we're going to curl the tailbone up, elbows are wide. Maybe lift the elbows just slightly to feel the rib cage sink down. So your front ribs are pulling into the back ribs. We're going to pull those legs in. Inhale, we're going to exhale, the legs go left, down, circle them right, and back to center. Continue in that direction, left. And we want to keep that lower back pretty flat. And 4, inhale, exhale, circle those legs. 3, we want to feel that tight band across the lower belly. 2, pull those lower belly muscles in as the legs reach out and bring your legs in, hold. Cross your right ankle in front of the left. We're going to go the other direction. Inhale the legs to the right side, just a little tilt, and down and left and center. So your hip will lift just slightly, and the ribs will stay pulled down onto the mat. Let's go. Exhale around 4. Inhale, then exhale the legs down and around 3. Exhale. 2. Pull the lower belly in, abs in, curl that tailbone a little bit, and draw those knees up to your chest. Good. We're going to do 1 more for the lower abdominal. So hands are going to come behind your head. Elbows are going to lift slightly and depress your ribs. So feel the rib cage sink here. Legs are up to the ceiling. Now your lower back will stay flat again. Inhale, you're going to exhale the legs down. Inhale up. Exhale them down. And you're only going to lower your legs as low as your back can stay flat. So if you feel your lower back starting to lift, you want to stop and pull those legs right back up towards the ceiling. Knees can be soft. We still want to feel this between the belly button and pubic bone. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and release. Very nice, you guys. Let's draw those knees in and circle those knees a little bit. So we're going to make a circle. Another direction. And good, knees in. And let's go ahead and sit up. Good. Nice job. All right. We're going to go directly into some legs now, which I usually don't do, but we're going to do that. So we're going to take that gray ball that we have, and it's going to go on your headrest, and we're going to have that headrest flat. And I like to have my little towel right over the ball, just so it's comfortable. There's no lines on your face. All right. We're going to take it down to a red, and we're going to lay on our left side. So the hips are going to scoot down and back, and we're going to put our left ear on that wall. And we want to make sure the shoulders aren't going through those shoulder pads. We want to be behind them. So we're going to go ahead and grab this loop, and we're going to put our right foot in that strap. We're going to feel that sensation, or actually have a lift here between the waist and the mat. So between your rib and your hip. We're going to press that foot to the foot bar. That top leg has that loop right on the arch of the foot. Your bottom knee is bent. You're pressing down on that thigh. Lift the chest, almost like you're going to look over your neighbor's fence, like you're going to look over that shoulder pad. So your chin's right in line with that shoulder pad. We're going to bend that knee. It's going to stop in front of the hip, and you're going to press the leg towards the foot bar. Bend and press. Keep thinking lift here. Maybe even put those right fingertips underneath. And let's go 6. You want to feel like your leg is reaching towards the center of the foot bar. The heel is lined up with your tush. And 5. Bend, inhale, press, exhale. 4. Inhale, bend, exhale. 3, 2. Now hold the leg straight. Lift the chest, lift those waists. Leg goes forward and pull it back. And 5. Keep that hip still. It's right on top of that left hip, right hip, left hip. 3, forward, pull from where your glute meets the leg. So tush to leg, that's where you're pulling from. 1 more. Hold the leg in line with your body. So you're really standing in that strap. Heel's just going to come forward just a little bit now. Your butt is going to reach back. So hips back towards that wall behind you. Little lift. 8, 7, 6. Keep pushing into that strap. 5, 4. Lift that waist. 3, 2, 1. Pull the leg back and let's bend. You should be feeling a nice burn here in that hip. We're going to hold on to the loop with the bottom hand. We're going to slide the leg through that strap so the whole leg goes into that longer loop. So hips are still behind our shoulders. We're going to lift that waist. We're going to bend those knees. The feet are glued together, and all we're going to do is open this top knee. Hips will stay stacked. So open that knee and close. Open and close. Let's go. 8. Abs are in. 7. Try to keep the feet lifted and touching. If it feels better, you can have your feet lower. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and close. Good. I like to press out with my bottom foot, pull on that loop, and we'll take that strap off of your leg. Good. Peg that strap, press ourselves up, and let's do the other side. Right. So scooting those hips back. Good. We're going to lay down our right side. Right ear is on that ball, and our chin is lined up pretty much with that front shoulder pad. We're going to press out. I like to put my bottom foot on that metal part of the foot bar, and then put your left foot into that strap. It's going to go right on the arch of the foot. Bring that bottom knee in and tuck it in. Press down on that thigh. Check those hips. Check the bones of your pelvis. You should be nice and stacked up here. Waist is up. We're going to go ahead and bend. Knee comes in front of the hip and press. That heel is going to track the frame. So the heel is going to come forward, and it's going to track that knee and then press and pull back. So the heel goes forward with the knee and then pushes and pulls back. Good. And let's go. 6. Heel forward, line it up with the knee. So your leg is at a 90-degree angle when you bend. The heel shouldn't be coming towards your tush. And 3 more. 3, lift that waist. 2, good. And 1, hold the leg straight. Lift up through the waist, good. Hip stay still, the leg goes forward slightly, and pull it back. 6, forward, and pull it back. 5, don't let that leg pull you off your center. You're right over your hips. Hips are right over each other. Shoulders are stacked. 1 more. And bring that leg nice and long in line with the body. Good. Flex the foot. Now bring the heel just forward of the frame. Pull your hips back to that back wall. Lift that leg up and down like you're wiping the wall with your foot. 6, 5, up and down. 4. Push into that foot. 3, 2, 1, and leg comes back, and let's bend in. We're going to rub that hip out a little bit or tap it out. It should be feeling like it's getting some good burn here. Hold onto the rope with that bottom arm, and we're going to slide that leg right through that long strap again. The knees are going to stay glued. You want to accentuate that lower back curve a little bit by sticking that tailbone back to the wall behind you. The feet are going to lift and stay glued. Long through the torso and lifted through the waist. Open and close that knee for 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. We may have done 10 on the other side. 4, 3, 2. We're going to do 2 more just for fun, just to make sure we're balanced on both sides and relax. Good. Press out. Let's take that loop off and we'll peg that loop. We're going to go ahead and take that ball out so we can lose that little towel. Let's use this to stretch. So we'll lay on our back. We're going to lift our hips off the ball, and then we're going to lift our hips off the mat, and put them on the ball. Take your left ankle over your right knee, and you can hold pegs, you can hold the frame, whatever works for you to find your balance. You can leave that foot on the foot bar as well. Good, and we'll change legs. Try to relax through the hips, through the pelvis, through the chest. Good. And then both feet go on the foot bar and let your knees flap open. Let your pelvis kind of open up so you're heavy through the pelvis. Very nice. Good. Let's bring our knees center. We're going to lift our hips off that ball, maybe pressing on those elbows. And good. Let's move on. All right. Let's get out our boxes. We're going to put them on long box. We're going to keep that red spring on. So we'll just have one red. If you like your arm work a little bit heavier, you could do a yellow added to it or change to a green. We're going to go ahead and have our headrest flat. We're going to take a seat. And we're going to grab our loops. Palms are going to be up. Shoulder blades are going to be down the back. And we're going to sit up really tall through the top of the spine. Round your tailbone. Roll back. Fill your lower belly in. We're going to bicep curl. The higher your elbows are, the more work on that bicep. You want to fully extend the arms. Bring those hands in next to your ears or towards your shoulders. 6. Try to get those arms out nice and long. 5. 4. Feel those lower abdominals. We're pulling in here right at the lower belly. 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold about halfway. Shoulders are down. Lengthen the right leg. You're going to lift and lower. And 5. And hold those straps. 4. Shoulders are down. 3, 2, 1. Arms go out. Good. Hold the position. Now pull right back into that bicep curl. Left leg out. Lift and lower it. Exhale to lift, lower. And 5. Keep that tension in those arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot goes down. Arms go out. Roll yourself up nice and tall. Good. Arms are going to go to a V. We want to have them away from the box a little bit so they're stretched out. We're going to press back and go forward. Feel like your lower belly is being pulled in, like you have a tight seat belt across the lower abs. We're going to go 6. Nice and controlled. 5, so you're smooth on the pull. You don't want to get any momentum here. 4. Tummy and chest high. 3. Exhale. 2, 1, and release. Good. Shake that out a little bit. All right, we're going to change it up. Same V position, but now we're going to hinge forward. Maybe the knees are a little bit open so you can get that chest forward over the knees, over the toes. We're going to have those arms out to that V. Pull up under your rib cage. So pull up under your lower ribs. We're going to press back. We're going to try to squeeze that tricep to the back of the arm from the elbow up to the shoulder. Let's go 6. We're gazing down at the end of the reformer. 5. Again, we're nice and controlled. 4. Belly button up and under the rib cage. 3, 2. Arms go forward. Good. Now, elbows are back. Chest is up. Leaning forward still. We're going to extend from the elbow back. The upper arm is stationary. You're going to pause when you straighten those arms and do a little squeeze. Let your head tilt forward slightly. You're going to have the back of the neck relax so the shoulders aren't pinching. We're going to go 4. Belly button in. 3, 2, 1, and release it up tall. Very nice. Okay, let's work the shoulder a little bit more. We're going to slide your hands into the loops until they come just below the elbow. We're going to keep a straight back on this, elbows up, lower belly in. We're just going to pull those elbows wide, and we're going to try to keep tension in those straps the whole time. And we're going to exhale, feeling the rib cage shrink. So with our exhale, the elbows are wide, the rib cage shrinks narrow. And 4, pull your belly button in. And 3, and 2, and elbows wide, little pulses back. And tummy in, get really tall, like there's a wall behind you and you're sitting up nice and tall. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and reach those arms forward. Good. That should feel like some work here in that shoulder here. We're going to put the right loop down. We're going to grab the short loop here. Left hand is on your hip, so we're just going to set that opposite hand here. The rope is coming across your machine with knuckles up. You're going to tilt back, pull those lower abs in, keep those hips level, and you're going to twist and pull to that side wall. And the rope might hit your knee. Maybe you open up those knees a little bit so the rope can come right in between. Let's go. Exhale, 5. Pull the lower belly in. Keep those hips still. 4. If it's too heavy, go to the longer strap. 3. If it's too light, go to the tape. 2. Reach it out. Roll yourself up. Sit up nice and tall. Let's change sides. So we're reaching that opposite hand. So left hand in, right loop. Hip is still. Tilt your pelvis. Tailbone under, pubic bone up. And we're going to pull and twist to the closet. Exhale. Feel those lower abs sinking in. Use your breath. Keep heavy on this right side. Elbows up, shoulder down. Try to keep that shoulder out of the ear. 3. Dropping it away from that ear on the left side. 2. 1. Reach it forward and roll yourself up nice and tall. Good. Let's grab both straps. Good. Knuckles are forward. We're going to round the tailbone just a little bit. We're going to open those arms to a V. We're going to tilt to the right, keeping that left hip heavy. Bring it center. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to do 4 more. We're going to change the breathing. We're going to inhale. Left hip is heavy as you go to the right. Inhale. Right hip is heavy as you go to the left. Exhale. Breathe. Feet are nice and even. Left, center, arms go forward towards your knees and roll yourself up. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Let's peg those straps. All right. We're going to come off our box and change our springs. So we're going to go down to a blue. And maybe if you haven't done this much, or if your arms aren't the strongest, you're going to change that to a yellow, long yellow, right on that button. So we just got one light spring on for this. If you're a stronger person, you can do a blue and a yellow. So let's go ahead and lay down. We're going to have our chest off the front of the box. And let's start with a little stretch here. We're going to press the hands down on the frame right below your shoulders. Lift your chest, pull your belly button in, kind of pull along the frame a little bit. Breathe. And then lower back down. And again, shoulders back, chest forward, belly button in. And lower back down. And let's go ahead and climb up to the risers. We're going to climb along the frame. Watch your thumbs. We don't want to run them over. We're going to put those hands right on the end above those black knobs. Palms are facing and knuckles out. We're going to pull forward and inhale, slide out. If you find yourself sliding, there's sticky mats, these black mats at the end of your reformer you can use. And those should help you stay put. Sometimes when we add a lot of weight, we slide on that box. Breathe as you slide out. And exhale, come forward, shoulders off the ears. Breathe as you slide out. And 4. Breathe. And 3. 2. Hold it at the end. Roll those shoulders back. Good. We're going to slide all the way out with control. Now we're going to pull more with one than the other. So you'll use both hands. Both hands will stay on those risers. You're going to alternate. So one arm is really pulling primarily, and you're going to change. And we'll go 7. And if it feels better to do it with both, do it with both. 6. Your heart's still lifting, your belly button's still lifting. 5. Shoulders back. 4. 3. 2. And good. Let's hang out. So let those hands stay on the risers. Let your head fall forward. If this isn't comfortable, you can let go. Watch your feet. We're going to lift them up a little bit. Grab your frame and slide on back. Good. We're going to come on off. If you have more than a blue on, go ahead and take anything else off. We just want that blue spring. We're going to put our hands at the end of that box, stepping right up to our foot bar for a stretch. I like to have a little bit of my thumb down so I can make sure that box doesn't slide or my hands don't slide. Press the box away. You're going to send your chest down towards your springs, really reach out through those arms. And then as you're still reaching with the arms, you're going to shift your hips back, maybe soften the back of that knee or both knees. Deep breath, and then arch the back like a cat, dropping your head, tilting your tailbone in, and let that box slide back in towards you. Inhale, pressing it out. Chest goes forward, arms reach out. We're going to shift those hips back to the wall behind you, shifting off that foot bar. Good, bend those knees a little bit. Tuck your tail, drop your head, arch your spine, pull those belly buttons in. Inhale, come in. Last time, exhale, press that carriage out. Reach the heart forward. Good, shifting off of your foot bar, hips back to the wall behind you, and hold that. So the weight's primarily in your heels. Take a nice long inhale here as you hold. Now arch the back, pull the belly button in, head tilts forward, and let that carriage come all the way back in. Good, we're going to walk the hands forward a little bit. Take that left palm up and push down, maybe soften the knees here, maybe keep the hips lifted. So even if your knees are bent, your butt's trying to come up, we're getting a little bit of stretch here in that hamstring as well as the shoulder and back. And come up, and we'll change. You're looking under that opposite arm. Palm is to the ceiling. Take a deep breath. And then come on up. We're going to slide the hands towards us, roll up, reach up, inhale, and exhale. Come on down, shake it out. Very nice. Okay, let's do a little bit of glutes. So we're going to do a red. If this is heavy, you can always change it to a lower spring. We're going to turn our boxes sideways. All right, I'm going to use my mat. I like having the mat for the knees. We're going to go ahead and kneel. If you're very tall, you may want to gear the carriage out. Also, if you're very tall in your upper body, you may want to put that headrest up and have your hands here. Otherwise, we're on those elbows. Shoulders are right over those elbows. We're going to have the knees and thighs press right into that box. Right heel is going to go up against that foot bar. You're going to lift through the tummy. You want to feel like you have a little bird bath in your low back, so a little curve here. And deep breath, press it away and resist in. And exhale out and slow to come in. Try to get the leg to extend all the way so we feel the knees straighten. Breathe as you're coming down. And we're going to go 7. It's nice and smooth. 6. Shoulders are back. 5. Good. 4. 3. In, out. Keep those hips nice and level. 2. Halfway in here, pause, little pulses out and out. And 8. And 7. Pull those tummy muscles up, chest up, lift up through that upper body. 4. The further out you press, the harder this gets. 3. 2. All the way out. Reach those legs long and come back in. Good, nice control. We're going to set that right knee up to the box, and left heel goes up against that shoulder pad. Foot bar. Chest is forward, belly in. Feel those abs lift. Press it out, and slowly return and press away. And you're nice and controlled. We're going to go 8 and inhale, and 7 and in, 6 in, out, 5 and 4. Pull those abs up. 3. Come out of that neck a little. 2. Get those shoulders out of those ears. Halfway in, guys. Little pulses. Press it out and out. Tummy and chest up. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out to a full extension of that leg and come back in. Very nice. Let's take a seat. So we're going to turn around. Sitting on the box, we'll face the foot bar. And we're going to reach up, take a hand down and stretch over. Breathe into that side stretch, keeping that hip anchored on that side you're reaching away from. And other side, inhale. Arm is to the ear, chest is to the ceiling. And come on down. Good. Let's go ahead and put that box away. We'll also put the pad away. And we've got 2 red springs on, which will be nice to go into legs and loops. So you can have your headrest up. You can have it flat, whatever is your preference. We're going to go ahead and lay down. And we're going to roll back. And find your long loops. And we're going to press out. We're going to put both feet in those straps. So long straps over the arch of the foot. Press those heels away. And we're going to relax through the chest and shoulders. So we want to feel heavy across the collarbone, heavy in the ribs and the pelvis. We have a little natural curve here, if possible, in that low back where we feel like we have a blueberry and then we're not going to smash it. We're going to bend in and press out. Nice and simple. The knees will stop right at the pelvis and press away. The further out your feet go, the more you should engage into those abs. And 4, inhale, exhale, 3, 2, hold it here. Good. Now we're going to do our Peter Pan. Left knee bends towards the left shoulder. Right leg sweeps out. Press those feet out and alternate. Right knee to right shoulder, left leg out. You want to stabilize the pelvis. We still have that little space under the low back. Our pelvis isn't rocking or tilting if we can. And we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it. Good. Leg circles up, open circle, abs. And as you pull those legs away from you, inhale, exhale, tummy in. And 4. Try to keep the legs nice and straight. The movement's inside the hip socket. 3. We're engaging down into the lower belly 2. You could even put your hand on that lower belly. Let's reverse so you feel when you want to push out those abs. You want to pull them in. Instead, 6. Down and open. 5. Use your tailbone as your anchor. Try not to let those hips lift. 4. Exhale, inhale. 3, 2. Legs will come up and we're going to hold them there. We're going to pull down on the ropes. Keep thinking hips to the floor, toes to the ceiling. Bend those knees just a little bit and then try to straighten back up. And a little bend and a straightening back up. And one more time. Good. And let's open those legs out to a V. And again, we'll hold. You can hold some of that tension in the ropes. Instead of letting the ropes pull on you, you kind of give those ropes a little pull back. Inhale and exhale. Bring those feet back towards your foot bar, so away from you. You're going to bend your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe let that tailbone curl up so you're stretching that low back. And then press the feet together, and you're going to let the knees open. You can open the arms out wide and just let your arms hang, or you can press the knees out. Inhale and exhale. Good. Rolling those knees into center. We'll slip those loops off of our feet. Peg our straps. Good. We're going to step to the left side, and we'll bring it down to just one single red. So one of those reds come off. We're going to do our eaves lunge. So left foot next to your frame, right heel up against that shoulder pad. We're going to press that carriage out. You can have both hands on the foot bar. You could also put a hand down to the frame. You're going to try to square the hips off. Breathe. Let those shoulders relax. Sliding forward, you'll straighten the standing leg. So we're going to try to just reach through the back of that leg all the way up through the pelvis, squaring off. If it's feeling like a nice stretch, you could press out a little bit further. Just be careful you don't overdo it. Good. And we'll come in and we'll turn towards the machine. Both toes point towards the sidewall and press out. You can bring a hand down to the frame if it feels better. Chest is going to go forward, tailbone goes back. And slowly bring that carriage home. Let's turn back to our foot bar. We're going to do one more stretch on this side. We're going to put the right foot over the left. We'll step back a little bit. Make sure that bar is locked and the hips are going to go back on a diagonal and you're going to pull away from that foot bar. So it's kind of like you're pulling back and reaching the hips away from your machine. Deep breath in, exhale it out. Shifting forward, you're going to step on the right foot. We're going to grab that left ankle with the left hand. If this doesn't work for you, you could also put your foot up here and just press those hips forward. We're going to try to get that thigh to really stretch out. Good. And let's release that. Let's walk around. We're going to do the other side. So right foot next to your machine, left heel up against that shoulder pad. Press the carriage out. Let those hips sink down. Breathe in. Good. We'll slide the carriage inward, straighten out that standing leg. Lift your tailbone just a little bit here and then feel that stretch down the back of that standing leg. Maybe press out a little bit. You might not need to. And then coming forward, you're going to go ahead and rotate to your machine, toes towards the machine and press out. Chest goes forward. See if you can get into a flat back and lift up through those abdominals. Feel your tummy lift. And coming in. Good. We're going to turn again and face the foot bar. We're going to step back a little bit, left foot over right, and pull those hips back away from your machine. Let your head tilt forward. Breathe. And then shifting forward, left foot steps forward, right ankle is going to go into the right hand and press those hips ahead. And release that. And we are all done. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed class.